Hello everybody, welcome back to another Supboarder video. In this video we're having a review look at the Aqua Marina Bluedrive S power fin, an electric fin you can clip onto your slot box fin system and power you along. Yes, a lot of you might be going, oh, that is completely lazy and something we do not need in the market, but we were all very much saying the same things when electric bikes came about. And that's what we're going to speak about in this video. We're going to look at this product, give it a complete going over and try and understand if this product is right for you. So this isn't the first power fin that Aqua Marina have made. This is their newer model, a bit more refined. The battery is smaller, the actual unit itself is smaller, and it's more efficient. It is a fairly pricey item that retails at £599, but if you do shop around, you can find it on the internet for about €500, £500 if you search out those deals. The complete package and the presentation of how the Bluedrive fin comes in its bag is really neat, all stored away, certain compartments, very easy to travel with this. They are marketing this so you can take it on an airplane, it's safe to travel with, and definitely in this hold-all style bag, it is nice to carry it to and from your paddle location. It comes with simple and really easy to use instruction with lots of pictures, which is exactly the sort of thing I need, and there are multiple languages in there as well. In the pack itself, you do get the main Bluedrive fin system. It's about 2.5 kilos in weight, and as I said, it comes as a slot box fin system. But for you out there who have got traditional US box fins, or maybe hard composite boards with US box fins, you can also get from Aqua Marina an adapter which will go into your US box, and then you can use it as a slot box on the top, so you have the ability to use a Bluedrive S power fin on your US boxes, which a lot of you I know might be interested and definitely are not aware that product is out there. Also in the box you get the main battery unit, which is nice and compact, nice and watertight. We have been using this unit itself for over 2 months now, lots of different occasions. We haven't really looked after this unit in general, we haven't really been washing it off after we've used it in the sea, and all the fittings, the stainless screws are good quality and there's no signs of rust or any corrosion at all. You also then get your remote control unit, which comes in a mini dry bag, a kill cord, and you get the various charging equipment to charge your fin up. Before you get on the water, you're going to have to charge your battery pack up. It takes 2 to 3 hours to charge up depending on your battery level before, and we definitely confirm it seems to be about that when we tested it over the last few months. It clips together with a very easy charging system, and it comes as a 240 volt charger. Putting your Bluedrive fin together to get on the water is really simple, straightforward. First off, I would recommend putting the fin on because it's easier to move your board around to the water's edge and then put your battery pack on after. Slip your fin box in, it's exactly the same, it is a slot box fin box. Slip it in and then put the clip in under the back, and then the big thick lead goes over the top of the board. Then you need to put on your battery pack. It goes around with simple bungees right around underneath the bottom of the board, and you want to locate your power supply socket at the back of the board, so then you can click in and twist lock your power supply unit to your Bluedrive fin. It's a very simple, easy and very watertight system, and we haven't seen any corrosion or anything like that over the last few months that we've been testing it in that unit itself. The board we tested was the Aqua Marina Drift, which is a fairly large, wide board. You're unlikely to find a wider board on the market, and the bungees were big enough to go right under that board without a problem. Then all you need to do is install your kill cord into the battery pack. It's got a magnet in here which makes the battery work. Clicks in, and when you click it in, you will see the blue lights will start to flash, and when it stays at the complete blue, it's ready to go. There is 4 lights on here. 4 lights, obviously, when they're fully charged, it will show all the 4 lights, and then as the charging or the amount of battery level goes down, the lights will go down as well. I found the best place to have this kill cord was around your foot, and that way if you do fall off, it will kill the power instantly and your board won't shoot off into the distance. When it comes to using the controller of the Bluedrive S, you can put it on your arm, or you can keep it on the front of your board, or you can attach it somewhere else. It really is up to you. It's a very easy system to use. It's got 2 speed settings. It's got a slow and then a fast, and then it's got a kill or a stop that turns the whole system off. This is very lightweight, it doesn't really weigh anything, so having it in your arm for a long distance or a long time really doesn't make a difference. So then what is it like to use on the water? Well, first off, it is a very strange sensation to be pushed along and not be putting any effort in at all to actually achieve quite a good speed, even at the lower setting. The speed wise, we're reaching on average about 3 miles an hour on the setting 1 and about 4 miles an hour on setting 2, the faster setting, and that is on a really big wide board as well. And that does concur with what Aqua Marina say, which is a top speed of 6 kilometers per hour. Now, I've used this in multiple fishing trips. I've used this for my daughter fishing, I've used it on my own, and I do want to do some more blogs where I want to take this spearfishing, but unfortunately the weather has not let us get out on the water with this yet, but I will be doing that blog soon, so look out for that. But we have been having overall an hour every single time we've been out with this, and I actually had an hour on setting 2, which is the faster setting, so the battery life is up there and it's exactly what Aqua Marina say it should do. Another thing I wanted to see how it worked with was seaweed. What would happen if seaweed got into the turbines? Would it kill the system altogether, or would it just slow it down? On light seaweed, it does seem to cut through a lot of it and doesn't slow it down at all. There are some bits of seaweed that will get caught into the turbine, but to be honest, it doesn't seem to stop the turbine. It may slow it down a little bit, but then you know that you've got seaweed in there and you soon stop. Get the seaweed off, which is fairly easy, and away you go again. Definitely by far the easiest and the most efficient way to turn this board is by using a nose rudder, placing your paddle in at the front of the board and letting the pressure of the water hold against your paddle, and the board quickly and very smoothly and very efficiently turns to the direction you want to go. So you're not wasting any energy and you can be really efficient with your turning by just selecting which side of the nose rudder you want to put the paddle in the water to get you to turn the right way. It will take you a little bit of practice, but once you've got that nose rudder sorted, it's a very quick and efficient way of turning with this Bluedrive S fin. Now, before we move on to the pros and cons, I really want to summarize who we think this should be best for, because a lot of you are going to be going, this is a complete waste of money. You know, paddleboarding is about using your paddle, it's about fitness, and I do agree with you, it is reverse of all what we've known in the past about paddleboarding and about getting out there, getting fit and enjoying our water sport. But there are so many great advantages for this system for so many people. Obviously, sup fishing for myself is a great advantage for me to use this sup fishing. I can carry a large amount of weight, more than I would generally want to paddle with, and I could punch upwind, go upstream, up tide, and then I could drift backwind or back down the tide, not using the Bluedrive fin, maybe just paddling lightly. So there are some huge advantages for the sup fisherman out there if you use it wisely with the weather conditions, with the tide currents, allowing you to paddle back to your start location or your end location without too much of a problem. Now, there are going to be so many personal and unique cases where this sort of system will really help a paddler, but definitely if you use it wisely and use it safely and use it, maybe using it on the harder section where you know you're going to have an easier section on the way back, it's a very safe and good system to use to help you get places where you are not necessarily going to get to normally. Now, obviously, you are going to have to be super safe and clever how you do use the Bluedrive fin. You don't just want to plug it in, give it to somebody who doesn't really paddleboard before, and they shoot off to the distance, and then they have to work out how to get back when the battery dies. That is not the sort of thing this is used for. It's really an added bonus for somebody who can paddleboard and wants to work out where they could best use this to really help them get somewhere that they wouldn't necessarily get. So pros and cons, well, it's nice and light to use, it's fairly quick, and I don't think it needs to be any faster. It's nice and quiet for your sup fishermen out there, and definitely it didn't seem to spook any of the fish, even when I was fishing with my lures fairly close to my board. It's really easy to put together. I think the running time is fairly good, and it's really good that Aqua Marina do make a US box attachment to take the slide-in clip fin system. And cons, well, really we're going to give you some cons to try and really make this way better in the future, because this is a great overall product. A limp home setting would be fantastic. Let's say at 10% left, instead of showing a single blue light, or maybe it went to half a blue light, it went to a limp home setting. It went to maybe 1 mile an hour of speed, but it helped you get to where you were going, and you understood at that point you have only got about 20 minutes to use this effectively. Then if you do have that limp home setting, you can really work and paddle with the Bluedrive S power fin to actually power yourself into wind a little bit more. It does help to get you a little bit further, and definitely I would have found that useful when I've been using it sup fishing. Something that could make the system a little bit easier to use on the wireless system is a light indicator showing which setting you're on, if you're on speed 1 or speed 2, because after you've been using it a while, you do forget what setting you're on. Maybe you want to save a bit of power, or you want a bit more power, and you realize you're already on the faster setting. So a light indicator on setting 1 or setting 2 would make it a little bit nicer to use on the wireless remote. Now you can take the bottom off this unit and you can discard the lithium batteries safely, and you can change the battery itself, but it would be great if Aqua Marina sold an extra battery pack that you could take into change as you are paddling, or when you're at a certain paddling location, you nip in onto a beach, you can click in an extra battery system to get you going that little bit further. Because I definitely, as I said, as a SUP fisherman, as somebody who wants to maybe put my crab pots out with it, having a little clip-in system there to give me extra battery life would be something that I would be looking to buy into. And the last con, well, let's bring in value for money. It is a lot of money at £599 retail. I can see where the money has gone. I know there's a lot of technology in here. The system, the turbine, everything seems to be working really well. We haven't had any problems with this fin at all. It is top money. That's the sort of thing I guess we're having to expect to pay. So in summary, I was very impressed with the Aqua Marina Bluedrive S power fin. Whether you want to use it as you're paddling as well, or whether you just want to sit there, drink a beer and put the fishing rods out, this fin can power you at up to 4 miles an hour, which I think is fairly quick, and it's also a good amount of time on the water. If you use this safely and smartly, it is a great bonus to have to help you paddle a little bit further. It's not going to be for everybody, but if you are looking for a powered fin, I can recommend the Aqua Marina Bluedrive Power S fin. I do not want to give it back. I will be doing a lot more fishing trips with it, and I look forward to using it more in the future. Hope you found that SUPboard review interesting and informative. Any questions, as always, leave them in the comments section below, or if you've got loads more questions, get onto SUPboarder Pro and ask us an expert question. Until next time, check out SUPboarder Mag, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and of course check out SUPboarder Pro if you're mad keen on SUP. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on another SUPboarder video.